My name's Farid. I'm a secondary school teacher at Wren School in Wellingborough. I teach French and Spanish to A-level, and basically I've been using social media as a way of extending teaching and learning outside the classroom. Now, when I was talking to colleagues over the last year or so, the word social media is, and kids, especially in secondary schools, generates a lot of problems for us, especially for our heads of years and etc. And the viewpoint of many staff in my school in particular was that it was something to be avoided at all costs. And I started thinking about reasons why this could be, because I was born in 1987, so I was even younger than that. But I've been using social media since 2006, and it's been a part of my life since then. You know, every single day. There probably isn't a day I don't go by without checking Facebook or Twitter or anything like that. And I know that a lot of us use Twitter as a way of extending our own CPD, and it's a really good form of CPD for a lot of us in here. So I wanted to show that it actually can be a very positive thing as well, and to show how it can be used in schools and should be embraced as well. So basically I've been using it as a way of showing that there are positive role models on Twitter, and I know that a lot of the fears are that the pupils, they follow Twitter accounts that aren't very nice and things like that. So I wanted to show that there are other ways of using social media. That it's a way of engaging pupils, obviously, especially at secondary level, which is often a challenge. Motivating pupils, getting them interested in the subjects in a way, and also putting information and learning into their environment. Like I just said, I use it every day. The kids are using it every day as well. It's the first thing they do before they come into my classroom. Before they come into the classroom, they'll be there checking social, and as soon as they leave as well, straight out on their phones checking social media again. So some of the ways I've been using it as a way of recapping learning. So for example, we were in Spanish, we were talking about holiday topics. I put a question out based on the learning that had been taking place that day, and I got replies in the target language back. Incentivised it with little puntos, which I call, so they get, there's an incentive there for them. As public praise, and showing that positive use of social media again. So one of our pupils did a really fantastic piece sort of homework, so I wanted to share that and show that she had done really well. So again, it's that public praise, because we often give praise to pupils in the classroom, but then where does it go from there? Again, Josh, this is one of the pupils in my class. He did a really good speaking piece for me, and I popped that on there, and he was really proud of the fact that I'd done that. So he's using then social media then to say, thank you sir, and he'll pull out all the stops to improve it, which he did. And also down there, he just said that he's taken to social media to say that he's actually feeling quite proud of his work, and he's showing that to obviously all of his friends on social media. And that can have a positive effect on them and their learning. So I also use it as an information service. How many of them check their emails on a nightly basis? Not many. How many of them are obviously checking their social media? It comes tweets to their phone and things like that. So check your emails for some feedback. School's closed today. It was a snow day, thankfully. Controlled assessment postponed. So there's an information service, obviously, and extra revision sessions and things like that. Links to newspapers, articles, information services. There's loads out there. I follow loads. I can retweet them and show them why they're learning languages specifically, to give them that little extra bit of motivation and things. Retweeting different things. Tips on how to improve. If I give them tips in the classroom, often by the time they've left the classroom, they've forgotten about it. But at home, if they're sitting there and it comes up in their timeline, they might have a bit of time to then go and investigate and actually use that in a way. So listening to radio stations, they might be on the computer, they might just open up a new tab and Google a little radio station in Spanish. Setting their phone to Spanish, setting their phone to Spanish, specific help for areas of controlled assessments and coursework and things. Links to video, so I've put different songs, Gangnam Style in Spanish, which I quite enjoyed, and things like that. And recently I've been putting videos to instructional bits about grammar. So there's some really good YouTube videos that explain really boring bits of grammar in an exciting way. Using celebrities as a positive role model. We all hear about the Ashley Coles and the Joe Bartons of the world that use Twitter, not very positively. But in fact, for me as a Spanish teacher, there are lots of role models that use Twitter, and I can show how they can understand what their role models are tweeting about. So Sergio Aguero plays for a couple of years, a footballer. So Man City player, Rafa Nadal, obviously a tennis player. Cesc Fabregas actually tweets in English, Spanish and Catalan. So every single time he sends out a tweet, he sends out a tweet in all 3 languages. So it's a footballer, it's a positive role model that's using languages in 3 ways. And for any subject you teach, there is celebrities out there that relate to your subject. And Gary Lineker out there speaking at BBC Sports Personality in Spanish. He had an interview with Sergio Aguero, so there you go, there's a little link to that. Also for, real life events. Classrooms are quite abstract places, they're not real life classrooms. So what I've been using social media as a way of showing it. So I went on a school trip to Madrid, and I put a little picture of where we went to see the football stadium, so they can see a real life purpose to it. We're eating some tapas, just to make them jealous. So, put a little tweet, again, I'm sort of communicating in the target language. I asked what's happening in 4 minutes, they replied to me that the train's arriving. So, there's real life purposes to it, and it's about putting that in there. I recently did a very similar presentation to the one I've just given to my school at a staff training evening, and as a result we got all of these Twitter accounts set up for the different departments. So this is the MFL one, Modern Foreign Languages. This is an English one, and Miss McCrory actually uses it fantastically as a way of promoting our English things: science, A-level PE, dance, music, media and film. Debbie at the front there as the Ren music one, and she uses it excellently to engage with the older pupils in the school, but also, it's starting to filter down and get into sort of 9, 8 and 7 as well. Physics and sixth form and things like that. So I found it a really positive way of using social media to show that there is a positive way of presenting to pupils and using them, and extending teaching and learning beyond the classroom as well. Right, I'll let you all go home.